Wealth, he said you can't get rid of wealth. Rich is some shit you can blow in a crazy summer in a drug habit.
This is true. Ladies and gentlemen, we back on Dirty Rotten Radio. Proof that the internet is for more than just porn. Powered by the UrbanAdvocate.com via Phoblock TV under the umbrella that is RockuNation.com. We're having some interesting discussions during the break. For one, what? Apparently, Malice is telling Pusha T to stop picking on Drake.
Yeah, stop picking on Drake.
Why? Why? Why?
He say because he like Drake.
Malice.
That's, you know what? That's that new man. He trying to be. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual.
They're being facetious. They're having fun at the little mixed boys' expense.
Can't even call him.
I called Drake something earlier this week that was just.
I want to know what it is.
I call him a half Jew nigga bitch or some shit like. That's yeah. No, it was a couple of different things I called him. It was like one was a half Jew nigga bitch, and the other one was real fucked up. It was like a honey glazed kike. That's what it. Yeah, there it is. A honey glazed kike. That was the one.
Sir,
what?
I will ask you to refrain from this.
I don't feel like this is about all Hebrews, just Drake in particular.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's make that clear because we need a Jewish person on our team.
Of course, we need several.
We need several. So
actually, we need like a half dozen.
We love Jewish people over here, so
love them to death. Matter of fact, we need about a baker's dozen. Half on the legal team, the other half on the financial department.
Yes. So if there are any, you know what I'm saying, Jewish people out there who watch the show,
we share a similar plight, and to be honest with you,
there's no reason why we shouldn't get along.
None.
Absolutely none.
Absolutely none. Like my comments about Drake are because, you know, I like to have fun at people's expense, especially people like that.
At his expense.
His expense. But truth be told, we have too similar of a life path for all of us not to get along. As a matter of fact,
Holocaust, slavery.
As a matter of fact, those of you out there, you need to start paying attention to what they do so we can climb up out this hole. That's a different conversation for a different time. We're already rolling on the YouTube footage, so everything we just said is going. Yeah, it makes it that much funnier, doesn't it?
Yes,
unless you edit it out, it's all going.
I ain't editing nothing.
See? Now.
Not a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, apparently, if this is your first time tuning in to Dirty Rotten Radio, where the fuck have you been? Look, it's list time. Every week, Dirty Rotten Radio, powered by the UrbanAdvocate.com, painstakingly puts together a list to help you change your life. Something to help you get your shit together. As always, I don't know what these lists are. I don't even know what they're called. Ramon of the Urban Advocate puts these lists together, finds these lists, and then gives me the topic literally seconds before we start. Then he will read off the items on the list, and what you hear from me is an honest reaction, a first reaction. A Dirty Rotten Radio staple if you listen to the show. First reaction. So, without any further ado, Ramon of the Urban Advocate, if you would, please, sir, what is tonight's list?
Tonight's list. 5 elements of a relationship that you cannot fix or change. You ready? Relationships need maintenance from time to time. Keep them in perfect condition. Keep them in working condition.
Right.
Can't
Tight
say perfect.
Screws.
Can't say perfect, but you know what I'm saying. Keep them running. Keep the show on the road. All right. Unlike homes, though, you know there are some things that are irreparable. All right. So, according to the men over at GuySpeak.com,
shout out to you guys. I guess. Yeah. Salute.
There are things that you really shouldn't even try to repair. Just leave them alone.
Like,
we're gonna go 1 to 5, which means none of these are in any specific order. All right. Number 1 is secrets.
Secrets.
We all have them.
Sure.
The real problem with secrets is they eventually come out.
Yeah.
Or at least partially.
Right.
A careless word, a gesture, or even a nightmare, you suddenly have a clue, you know what I'm saying, that there is something that he hadn't told you.
Right.
That is an intolerable state of affairs or whatever. Okay. You being a human being, dig. After all the talking things out with is what separates. What? I don't care.
Can't do that.
Yes, I can. Okay.
Carry on then.
Some petty, some silly, some truly shameful, but usually something he simply wants to forget ever happened. Alright, you just broke a perfectly adequate man. You can't break a real man. I'm sorry. But let's just leave it like this. Secrets.
There are some things that are better left unsaid.
Yeah.
Because after a certain point, if it hasn't been expressed, it's
not important.
It's not important. It's kind of one of those things like, yeah, if you used to be a prostitute, maybe I should know that.
Yeah. So
I can make an adult decision.
You know what? And this is one of the biggest things that because I had this conversation with a female one time. Because more than men do with women, women, for some reason, they love to take the opportunity for a man to make the decision, educated decision about what he wants to do. You understand what I'm saying? So
they like to take that option away.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let's say chick was a prostitute. Let's not even say she was a prostitute. Let's just say she was very promiscuous.
Right.
Before she met him.
College.
Right. Live that college, that dorm life.
Right.
Okay. And let's say that this dude, like, really, all this time that he been talking to this girl, he been thinking, he never knew about any of that.
Yeah, obviously he knew there were men before him, right, but not to this extent.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and all this time he may have even been talking against females like that, and she hadn't said a word about it.
Of course not, because she don't want to fuck up her potential.
Exactly, but at the same time, it's like, don't you think that he deserves to know something?
Presentation is everything. It's like, sometimes it's not about what you tell someone, it's about how you convey that information.
Exactly.
Some people don't have a gift of
finessing.
Being able to finesse the truth.
Yeah.
We here at Dirty Rotten Radio
we are experts.
Mastered the art experts of finessing the truth. But the thing about it is, you have to give your significant other every opportunity that you would want if you were in their shoes.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, I had a conversation about this not that long ago. And I was asked basically about wanting to know, how many different women, it's like, how many different men females been with. I'm like, to be honest with you, it's not as important as you might think. Simply because
I'm sorry, I just thought about a Pusha T line. Like Pusha
still
T
picking on Drake. We already in the list. You still picking on him. Leave him alone.
It wasn't about Drake. Pusha T said something to the effect of, he said, like, if you had it to it, don't affect me in the slightest. He said, I never met a bitch that didn't need a little guidance, so I dismiss her past until she disappoints your highness. just basically saying like, look, I don't care how many dudes you done been with. Every chick done been with a bunch of dudes at some point or another in their life.
Yeah, it's like, now obviously, and this was the scenario that was brought up to me. Like, it may not matter to you that she was promiscuous or she did this, that, and the other because you two are just right for each other.
Right.
But you don't want to walk into an ambush like a high school reunion or something and find out she fucked
the whole basketball team.
Basketball, football, and swim team.
She done sucked. Boy, I had a partner of mine. Back in high school.
Right.
His girl. Now, I done seen them together.
Right.
I done seen pictures of them kissing. And come to find out, like, one day we all in the lunchroom. We posted up in the lunchroom against the wall. They come get me and tell me some chick is in the bathroom topping off
all comers. All comers. God, in high school though?
In high school.
Shouldn't you be studying your arithmetic?
This is during lunch period.
You need to be trying to get some nutrition. Not taking protein shots in the bathroom.
She's getting protein. But
oh man.
But come to find out,
this is terrible.
So we sitting in class, this is like the next day, and we talking about it, not realizing that, you know what I'm saying, that is my homeboy's girl. So we just talking about it. We just talking about it. And he was like, man, you know about that too? I was like, oh, that was your girl.
Nothing more uncomfortable. That awkward feeling when you find out your homeboy's girlfriend's a whore.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, those are extreme cases. Yeah. I mean, and it's like... that made me forget everything I had on my brain. Like, that completely fucked me off.
Oh, that was your girl.
Oh, that was your bitch. Is that your chick?
Apparently not. It's everybody's.
Yeah, apparently, you a Wookie Penub.
That was funny. It wasn't funny because it was my homeboy, but at the same time, it was like,
And see, that's the thing. You have to look, if you are just out there like that and you still want to be booed up and all that other shit, you need to give that gentleman an opportunity to make an adult decision.
Yeah.
He may be the type that says, you know what, I don't care.
Right.
I like the time we spend together with each other.
Right.
Which would make him, that would put him in a different category.
You're a pimp, you're a simp.
Yeah, something or other. But I mean that you have to give people an opportunity to make an informed decision.
Informed decision.
That's the bottom line. Without going into different scenarios, this, that, and the other, you just have to give a person an opportunity to make an informed decision.
Like I had, like for example, there was a girl who told me, like, you know what I'm saying, like she was in a relationship with a guy,
right?
And they had been together for a long time, but you know what I'm saying, and he had previous indiscretions throughout their relationship,
right? And
it caused them to break up, but they eventually got back together. And she had, from what she described, a small indiscretion of her own. Whatever that means.
That means she went buck the fuck wild.
So
small indiscretion, my ass. Women don't have small indiscretions.
She had she was seeing another guy on the side.
Duh.
Okay. But
or he was seeing her in awkward position. Never mind.
Fuck. Don't do that.
That's not okay.
Don't do that.
That's not okay.
But after so much time had gone by, she wasn't sure if she wanted to. She asked me, should she tell him? I was like, honestly, if it was me, I would want to know.
Right.
Just being me, because again, I want to be able to make an informed decision, because I don't want so much time to go by and then I find out from somebody else.
just a bunch of skeletons falling out of the closet.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather hear it from you so that way I can make a decision on whether or not I want to be here and if I want to stay. And just because you had an indiscretion, it doesn't necessarily mean that we going to break up because you stuck with me through mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's just about how it's brought. It's not if you say it in anger or in like you on stunt mode or you really trying to prove a point. Exactly. You have one of them poetic justice moments, you gonna fuck around and get hit in your mouth with a brush. Chicago. You gonna fuck around and get hit in your mouth with a brush. With a hairbrush. And it's not gonna be fun. Nothing's fun about getting hit in the mouth with a hairbrush.
Ever. Shout out to Joe Torre.
What up? Number 2, because I mean we could go on just with that forever, but nah. There's more to it. What you got?
Number 2 is trust.
Number 2 is trust.
All right. I don't like these. Go ahead.
You can't repair trust. That is that takes a completely different level of, number 1, self-evaluation. And number 2, it takes a level of understanding that most people are not equipped with when they're first born. Because Law of the Jungle says self-preservation is rule number 1.
Right.
So anything that violates you being able to preserve yourself as well as your feelings is the enemy. So indiscretions or different things of that nature that rupture trust normally are the seeds planted that end up being the downfall of a relationship.
Right.
Whether it be a business relationship, whether it be a personal relationship, whatever. Repairing trust. Okay. It's like breaking a bone. Now, understand me when I say this. It's like breaking a bone. It could heal and be weaker. Most times, if it heals, it's stronger. But whenever it rains, you still feel it. It's pretty much like that. It's like breaking a bone.
Well put.
Depending on your nourishment, if you nourish it properly, when it heals,
it'll be stronger
than what it was even before.
Right.
Because you know the pitfalls that led to that particular situation, so you can avoid it. You don't nourish it, it'll still heal, but it'll be weak or it'll heal improperly, and you'll be able to see the scars. Either way, when the weather gets bad, air quotes, you're gonna feel it.
Well, that's a great illustration there, sir.
Try.
House of Learned Doctors. Whatever.
House of Learned Doctors. Number 3.
All right. Yeah. Family.
Yeah, you can't get around this one.
Yeah.
You really can't, unless both of you make a decision to say, you know what? Fuck both of our families. If we want to be together and we feel like we're good for one another, and when it's just me and you, we're the happiest, and we're gonna just vacate the situation, that's the only way that's gonna work. Because if her family doesn't like him, he can take it a little easier than his family not liking her. Because, okay, let's say her family doesn't too much care for him. He really doesn't even have to go over there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you go enjoy your family. I understand. Whatever the reason may be, he may be an upstanding individual and a first-class guy.
Right.
And they just don't see eye to eye.
Right.
Like, she could be from the ratchet pack.
Yeah.
She could be the saving grace of that family.
Right.
And they just don't want to see her do well. Or it just could be, personalities just don't mesh. Could be a litany of things. And he just says, you know what? I'm going to stay here. Enjoy your family. I'm going to come back. She, and really, like most women who are really down for their guy on that level probably wouldn't leave him, or it will be very short-lived. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if she sees that he's not doing anything to exacerbate the situation, and they're just carrying on to be carrying on, for one, she's gonna cause a scene with them, and for two, she gonna take it as personal as he does. Same thing, vice versa. But now, let's look at it from the aspect of his family doesn't deal with her very well. Women are incredibly emotional. Newsflash. Breaking news story.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Being that throughout time, the man's position has been looked at as protector, provider, things of this nature. When those moments of conflict come up and they arise, she's going to look to him to rectify that. In other words, change their mind. Make them stop. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes people's personalities don't mesh. But if you and that person are meant to be with each other and it's supposed to work, and when it's just you two, you are honestly good for one another,
yeah,
you figure out a way around it. You can't take anything personal. And that's the hardest part, because when it comes to your family, good, bad, or indifferent, whether you like them all or not, anything said about your family tends to come off as personal because it's your family.
Can I be honest for a second?
Speak.
And let Tina say, is there ever a moment that you're not honest? No. But sometimes you have to be blunt with people.
Sometimes we're always honest.
Right.
Sometimes we're blunt.
Okay. Now, personally, with my family,
yeah.
Let's say I was dating a female.
Right.
And my family didn't like her. Not talking about my immediate family, but my...
Yeah, that's another thing, too.
My relatives. Like, what realm of your family are we talking about?
Are we talking about mom, dad,
yeah,
siblings, or are we talking about uncles, cousins,
exactly,
extended family type stuff?
Like, let's say I was, you know what I'm saying, we talking about extended family, cousins and relatives and stuff like that. Like, even the relatives that I'm close with, I don't see them very often.
Same here.
Even the ones that I like, I don't talk to them all that often.
True.
So, let's say my girl and one of my female cousins didn't get along for whatever reason.
You ought to get your shit together.
For one, we only gonna have to see him maybe once a year.
If that
many
holidays.
Times. If that.
It will probably alternate depending on whose family lives where.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't really care. Now I'm gonna tell you, like, Ma Dukes.
Yeah, you get under her skin, then there's a problem. There is something.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
Because I'm gonna tell you, my mom really don't care too much about any of the females I date. Like, it's like, whatever. You the one that got to date it, not me.
Right.
So if that kind of woman tells me I don't like that little girl,
there's something else going on.
Exactly.
Like, there's a different, like,
she's seeing something that I'm not.
Yeah, like with a mother who's like kind of not overprotective, but like just like
my mother is a long leash parent.
Right. It's not that no woman will ever be good enough for my son, or
right,
not that mentality, or not
right,
the no woman will ever do for you like your mother type,
right,
but just I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Like, your mother won't let you just settle for anything.
Right. You deserve the best.
Right, exactly. Your mother feels like you deserve the best. It may be one of those situations,
right,
and then all you have to do is just basically keep showing your face.
Right.
Earn trust is earned. Trust, respect,
right,
all these things are earned. It's not just given away. Like, you have some parents that are immediately friendly. And they just, hey, if you bring her in, that means I accept her.
Right.
And, you know, she's my best friend. Let's go shopping. We'll leave you at the house. Other parents, it's like, hey, I need to see you. I need to see you. I need to observe you. I need to observe how you two get along. Not necessarily be in your business, but I need to kind of see what's up. See what kind of person you are. And that's just human nature.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, let me think. Out of all the females I done been with and all the females I done dealt with, she has never met any of them face to face at the time I was dealing with them.
You got a different program going on.
I really do.
One that I graduated from. So I'm very much right here like, girl, I can count them on one hand that have all met my mother. I can count them on one hand.
Yeah, because if I ain't really comfortable with you, you ain't going home to meet moms.
It ain't even really a comfort thing. It is a comfort thing, but at the same time, it's just like, hey, let me find out where this is going first.
Exactly.
Cause
and that's exactly what it is.
Plus, introducing someone, like, unless you do it early, like it will be one of those things where, like, oh, I take everyone to go see my mother, just see what she thinks. Because if you wait till like 6, 7, 8, 9 months to a year, 2 years into the relationship, and then you meet the parents.
Nah, I wouldn't wait that damn long.
Just saying.
Scenario.
Like any length of time. If you wait more than 6 months to introduce to the parents, that can potentially give the wrong idea.
Right.
Like, no, this is just your first of many visits. Like, this is part of your enrollment process. Right. Not like, oh my God, he's serious about me. I finally met his mother. Like, no,
right,
bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, you know what? One of the things that really kind of took me away from that.
What up?
Was I was dealing with some chick, and we was on the phone, and she's like, "Oh, where mama at?" You mean my mama?
It's when, like,
your mama, wherever she is, you go find out where your mama is. My mama.
Don't try to post up in the paint when it comes to being a part of the family. Because once you in, and really ain't much in the way of getting out. Like, it just ain't. Like, if you get in and you get an honorable acceptance, and even if you leave with an honorable discharge, you still family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going as long as you have an honorable discharge, no one's going to treat you any different. Now, if you fuck around and get court-martialed, that's on you.
That's on you.
But don't force your way into that situation. That is the worst shit in the world. That's like, ladies, that is the equivalent of you and your homegirls all sitting at the table in the club, and you got that one drunk guy in the Versace shirt reeking of Old Spice trying to force his way into the table while dancing and sweating all over everybody. It's the same thing. No, do not force it. Don't force the issue.
Right.
Because if he wants you like that, you can't stop him from bringing you into the family circle. That's just it. Work on your relationship with him, not with his family. Work on it with him, because if he believes in you, he will defend you to anybody.
Yep.
To Jesus himself, he will defend you. He'll lose, but he will defend you. Where we at? Number 4?
Number 4. Friends. How many of us have them? Friends.
This is
This
is to a lesser degree of the family conversation we just had.
Yeah. I don't know, because in our case,
right,
our friends are our family.
This is true, but I don't I don't refer to us as like friends. Like, that's really like, I need a DNA test to prove we ain't related.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's family. So if fam tap me on the shoulder, pull me to the side, like, hey, bro,
something ain't right about you.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right about your gal, man.
I know for a fact, if he does that, shit, that's not even a red flag. That's like a fuchsia flag. That's some other shit. So that's like
busting shots off in the air. Like something
you know
ain't
what
right.
I'm saying? That's not even a flare gun. That's the chopper out the trunk.
Yeah.
That's some other shit going on. That is high security alert. But friends in the context that I'm sure that's being talked about doesn't necessarily apply to how we all operate.
Right.
It's more like friends, like Phoebe and them.
Right.
So you just got to evaluate your friends and when they're most friendly to you. Like if you're talking about a friend who is only really in your pocket when they in your pocket, or the type of friend that loves to suffer through misery with you, like long as you miserable and eating ice cream and doing all sorts of destructive shit, she right there with you. Right. But then when she has an opportunity to do something that's not so destructive, she'll leave you and then come back. Right. Or she'll try to stop you from being productive because she's in a mood to be destructive. Right. That's not your friend. Right. And vice versa for guys. If a dude exhibits those same characteristics, that's not your friend.
Right. Exactly. You need to determine. You
what
need to determine who first. Yeah, exactly. What a friend is, and exactly which one of your friends is actually a true friend.
Exactly.
Because a true friend is gonna want
you to be happy.
Nothing but the best for you. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit here and call you a friend of mine and I don't want what's best for you. Period. I don't have your best interest at heart.
Period.
So you have situations. I understand that you have certain situations where friends might try to interfere in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like you got, like I had a situation. Yeah, I had a situation where.
Yeah. You in these damn situations.
I had a situation where, you know what I'm saying, like the girl that I was dealing with at the time came to me and told me basically that one of my partners was
made that move,
trying to throw salt. Got up in her ear and started down talking to me. Now I had to take a step back. I had to examine him. And then I had to examine her.
Right, because I don't make a rash decision.
Exactly.
Because I don't know who's playing what from what angle.
Exactly. I don't know. She could just be saying that because she don't like him.
Yeah, she just don't want him in the picture for whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
And women, y'all got to stop doing that. Like, look, there are friends, a part of the circle. Everyone, like I say, everyone's not supposed to get along, but you're not supposed to get along. You're not going to be around them 24/7. It may not even be a thing where you're around them quarterly.
You know what? And another thing about that is, as my woman, if you don't like one of my friends, tell me.
Just say it and I know why.
Yeah, and I just won't have, whenever I'm going around my friend, I just won't have you there.
That's it.
Eliminate a lot of
problems.
I'm
gonna leave you at the house. No,
I'm going over his house. You don't like him, so
I'll do my best to make sure that you two
comfortable,
chill,
and that everybody is comfortable,
that everyone is okay.
So
man,
like and females, you know what I'm saying, because females got this bad where they try to change, you know what I'm saying, who their man hangs around.
Can't do that. Like you can't do that any more than he can change who you hang around.
Exactly.
It's a choice that has to be made within the self.
Exactly. Now if you as my woman, now honestly, your woman should be your best friend.
True.
Whoever your mate is, that should be your best friend.
Right.
Now if my best friend comes to me and tells me that somebody else is kind of destructive to what I have going on, then I need to take the time out to examine that.
You got to be receptive to that and not just think that someone's trying to separate you from your core.
Exactly.
You have to realize, sometimes people say shit just to say it and try to be destructive. Other times people are saying it because from the outside they see something you don't.
Right.
And that's all that is. Right. And it's hard. Male, female, whichever party you are, separating yourself from that destructive individual, it's hard.
Yep.
It's difficult.
Especially if you got a history.
Yeah, it's like, because that's going to be the first thing to come up when you decide to cut them loose. And depending on how you cut them loose.
Right.
So after all we've been through, you just gonna choose such and such over such and such? And don't get it confused and be like, okay, if you stop dealing with that friend that's completely destructive, and then you and that other person, you and your significant other don't work out, that is proof positive that you shouldn't have been separated from the destructive party.
Right. That's not
you
what that
still
means.
Need to grow.
Right. Exactly.
And you might have just need to stop fucking with that person.
Exactly.
Luckily, I have never had, knock on wood, luckily I have never had a partner of mine throw salt on me. Because I don't quite know how I would react to that shit. Like,
you want me to tell you how I react?
I know how you'd react.
How rude.
Violently.
Not in this case.
How you did react?
Yes.
What did you do?
In this was a situation where I just said, okay, I'm not fucking with him no more.
Sometimes it depends on the level and the degree of the offense. If it's just like you,
everything don't need to end up in fisticuffs.
Everything doesn't, but some things do.
Some things do.
Now, if it's a situation where he simply just tried to shoot at my girl, all right, cool. Yeah. I see what's up. She reported, observed and reported, came back to me. Okay, cool. I don't fuck with that dude like that no more. I see him say what's up. I keep it 100 and keep it moving. Now, you go above and beyond the call of duty.
Hands on my gal.
Or even just above and beyond the call of duty as far as what you say to her about me. Or what you say to her about her. Or what you say to her about us.
Yeah.
Or if you go as far as to get physical, then shit gets...
It gets real.
I don't hang with niggas like that.
I don't either.
Circle is very small and very compact. We don't... Nah.
And see this.
We got tempers.
And see exactly, and that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing about
guns.
That's the thing about that cat. It wasn't like a close friend. It was just like some random cat. You know what I'm saying? Like we was cool. We hung out, but that's about it.
One of them stragglers.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You can't
it was easy to just cut him off.
You can't let them bottom feeders hang around. Like no, we'll see you when we go out in public. Now when we go over here to these private gatherings, you stay your motherfucking ass over there. Which is,
and that's another thing, like, because the girls that I deal with is like, I have certain, like most of my friends are kind of sectioned off, like my inner circle,
right,
and my, you know what I'm saying, outer circle, and then you know what I'm saying, you got the outer level. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
depending on,
we were grouping niggas before Google Plus.
You know what I'm saying? So depending on where she is in my life is going to depend on
who she comes around. Right.
The group of friends that I allow her to see.
It was true.
So if you're not all that important to me and I don't plan on keeping you around, you don't come around the inner circle.
You have to graduate.
You have
different
to grow.
levels of ascension.
Exactly.
Unless other things are causing that to not take place at a certain pace,
right?
Whatever. Wait, the last one, number 5.
Yes, sir.
Last one. Top 5 irreparable things from a relationship.
Taste.
This is real.
I like what I like. Leave me be.
You enjoy. You enjoy classical rock. She is into Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber. Like she's a teeny bopper. Age doesn't matter.
Right.
She's a teeny bopper. She just likes pop music.
We've seen them.
You two have to find a way to coexist without insulting each other's taste.
Yep.
But the thing about it, and we learned this from Ra a couple of weeks ago at Ra Latina when we were having one of our pre-show conversations, as we do, our learning corner. when you get two people not that just don't see eye to eye on so many different things, it becomes difficult for them to coexist anyway.
Yep.
You guys have to have some commonalities.
Right. It's that chemistry versus compatibility.
We had a conversation that broke down basically to that. Chemistry versus compatibility. Chemistry is that rich guy, poor girl, they get together and none of it matters. Or rich woman,
fireworks,
poor guy, they get together, it's fireworks matter. And nothing ever matters. They don't understand any of the same lingo.
Right.
It's like she knows all the trap slang, he knows all the corporate slang, and they can't have a conversation together about the two things.
Right.
But they just they have an animal attraction to one another.
Right.
So they can coexist.
Right.
Versus we were raised the same. We have similar backgrounds.
Similar backgrounds.
We went through similar trials and tribulations. We have similar taste in music.
Exactly.
We like similar food. We have similar goals in life. We're compatible. Mm-hmm. Chemistry versus compatibility.
And the thing about chemistry versus compatibility is that a chemistry can grow from compatibility. Right. But you can't grow compatibility from chemistry.
You just can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like no matter how well the two of you get along when y'all around each other, no matter how, you know what I'm saying, infatuated you are with each other, if you two don't like similar things, that's just it. You don't like similar things.
You don't have anything other than the fact that you're enamored with each other to come together and discuss. So
at the end of the day, it's nothing.
There's nothing to share.
There's nothing to hold, you know what I'm saying, that's holding y'all together except for the fact that y'all enamored with each other.
And looks fade. People change.
Exactly.
Like if you met at 22, eventually you're going to turn 23 and so forth and so on. You're not always going to be the same person you were at 22. You shouldn't be.
You met her when she was slim and had no kids. Now, you know what I'm saying, 2 kids down the line, it's a little different.
Yeah, she a little more full figured. Now, if you two were compatible, you can appreciate that and find what, hey, she might be finer to you after the kids.
After the kids.
But if you just have chemistry, now it's like, shit.
Yeah.
This bitch don't look nothing like she looked like when I first met her. I can't stand this hoe.
And I've seen it happen.
It happens more times than not.
Exactly.
Especially nowadays with the divorce rate being as high as it is.
Right.
That's just gotta do better.
So
gotta do better.
I mean, but at the end of the day, you can't change somebody's taste. Like you can't force somebody. If let's talk about music for a second.
Cool.
Like I like a vast different, you know what I'm saying? I'm very eclectic in my music taste.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like
diverse catalog.
You know what I'm saying? I like R&B. I love R&B, love rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I still like rock. I still like a little gospel here and there. I still like jazz.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still like classical music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to a lot of it, but I can appreciate a little country music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate a lot of different styles of music. But I can't sit here and force somebody who doesn't like rap to like rap.
Right.
Or you can't I'll tell you one type of music that I don't listen to is techno or that whole digital shit. Yeah, I don't like that at all. If you like it, you cannot force me to.
And I can't force you not to like it. We have to find a way to coexist.
Exactly.
While you enjoy the things you enjoy, I enjoy the things I enjoy, and we come together about the common things that we enjoy. Now, part of being in a relationship is making compromise. So you kind of make efforts to find
exactly what it is that you have in common. Yeah.
It's like there could be one song in the entire catalog of techno electronica music ever made that I like. If I find it, I will tell you.
Yeah.
When I tell you, that doesn't mean just play it all through the house.
Right.
all the time, but just know there's one I like.
And as long as you playing that one, we cool.
We cool. That's why they make headphones. Everything is not so cut and dry compromised to where.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you talking about. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Like television.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She likes reality shows.
I don't.
He likes sports.
I do.
Like, as you know what I'm saying? Like, you should try to take time to at least understand.
Watch an episode.
Watch an episode.
Watch one.
You know what I'm saying? Watch a game. You know what I'm saying? And
meet in the middle.
Exactly. Like try to take time to understand each other's taste and why they like what they like.
Because if you watch it with that person, you'll start to see what draws them in particular to that show. Exactly. And then you can appreciate what they appreciate.
Exactly.
I mean, that's
And you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I was dealing with a chick, you know what I'm saying? And she loved these.
Yet another.
And she liked these books, like these fiction love stories and stuff like that. I don't get off in books like that. I like, if I do read books, it's nonfiction most of the time, for the most part.
Yeah.
And like, so when she's talking to me about these books, I just listen. And I'm soaking it all in. I don't really care about any of this stuff she's telling me. But she likes it.
And see, I'm one of those that's kind of like, I have outward reactions, and they're not meant to cause any harm. I'm dead serious. Like, they're not meant to cause any harm, but it's kind of like, if I find something goofy, I'm gonna say it. And it's not a slight to you, the person. It's a slight to what it is you're telling me. Like, if you tell me about an episode of whatever reality show you like, and about halfway through the story, I'm like, why do you even watch that stupid shit? See, this is why such and such, and this is why these bitches. It's not to insult you for watching it. It's like, why is this a viable entertainment option? Why? Or like, you're explaining to me a Tyler Perry movie. It's not so much the fact that I think you're less of a woman for watching it or even liking it. I'm just like, for me and my personal taste, why is this going on? Why has someone not stopped this? Why was funding not cut for this film?
And I think, like, with me,
but I have these moments outwardly.
I understand. I have from time to time where my thoughts will show on my face.
I can't hide a motherfucking thing, man. I can't do it. I can't hide it.
Now, but for the most part, it's like, if it's something that I don't want to hear, or if it's something that I don't really care about, I listen, but none of it is registering with me. It's the art of listening without actually paying attention to what's being said.
that whole tune out.
Yeah.
See, and that's part of me. Like, I'm a Pisces, so I hear everything.
Right.
Like, my sensitivity levels as far as like what I hear everything. I hear voice inflections. I hear intent.
Right.
I hear it all. So it's like, I can't listen and not hear you.
Right.
Or I can't hear you and not listen.
Right.
So it's like, either I'm gonna suffer through it or I'm gonna cut this shit off. Hey, can we, no, we're not gonna do that.
Okay, that's it. I don't want to hear it.
And I can't do that. I can't do that.
Look.
I can't do that. I can't, as a man, do that. I can't, because that's not right.
Look, I don't want to hear it.
Like, you know my stance. Now here's the thing. Now, if you know my stance,
you still bring it to me this silly shit.
Don't try to push the issue about, like, look, just realize that I'll meet you halfway on just about anything. Just don't force it.
Yeah,
don't force it.
I'll meet you halfway, but if you feel me start resisting it, leave me alone about it.
Unless you just want to hear the fireworks that come with it, and they won't be directed at you. It'll be directed at the content. Y'all remember the conversations we had when, what was that movie, Tyler Perry movie, Why Did I Get Married To? When Lou was in here going hard in the paint about how they gave Richard T. Jones cancer.
Right.
This is not supposed to be playing. That means we've come to the absolute end. But yeah, like I saw that movie at Studio Movie Grill. There was alcohol involved. No one sitting around me enjoyed that movie like they thought they would. And it wasn't me trying to be disrespectful. It was me actually reacting to what I saw. I didn't go in there with the plan, I'm going to fuck this movie up for everyone. I went in there.
Sure you did.
No, I didn't.
In the back of your mind, sure you did.
Maybe. But I didn't outwardly express that. I did what I do in every movie.
I know you better than that, son.
I did what I do in every movie. I outwardly react to whatever it is I see.
Yeah.
And when I saw some shit that was it was just plain stupid, I voiced my opinion. When I saw some shit that was just ass backwards, I said that. And apparently that and the aid of adult beverages, some people didn't really care for it. Fuck them. You know that didn't go with the plot? Shut the fuck up. You think it's okay this motherfucker got hit by a U-Haul after she done sent a fucking male stripper to his job? Bitch, I'll kill you. I'll wet you. I'm done. That's it. I'm through. Closing thoughts, sir. I'm done. I can't, cause hey man, you're not finna get me put off there. We ain't been kicked off.
That's exactly.
We ain't been kicked off the air in a long time, man. They must be loosening them reins.
Since 2000, since we wrong in the new year, you know what I'm saying? We
ain't been kicked off the internet in a long time. It's been about a year.
Yeah.
Cause then we get kicked off sometime around Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yep.
It must have been the mustache. But yeah, we got kicked off last year about Cinco de Mayo. Ain't been kicked off since then. We said some terrible things. Maybe we need to crank it up. And that's the other thing. April Anarchy. I say for the month of April, just take the filter off. Dirty Rotten Radio with absolutely no filter. All of those terrible, terrible thoughts just come spilling out. What say you?
Are you asking my opinion?
Yes, I'm asking you, sir. What say you?
I mean, hey, you know I'm down.
Well, yeah. We getting out of here early.
Cool
what about a hot 10 to spare?
Cool with me.
So, yes, that has been our list. Top 5 things that cannot be repaired in a relationship. Dirty Rotten Radio, powered by theurbanadvocate.com via 4Block TV, under the umbrella that is RockuNation.com, each and every Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You stay classy, internet, with the High Council of Hip Hop.